Review. So this week, Senate Judiciary Committee Democrats called on Chief Justice John Roberts to investigate high-end trips taken by Justice Clarence Thomas from a ProPublica investigation. Joining us again on Capitol Review is Zach Schonfeld. Thank you so much for being here. Great to see you again. So talk to us more about this investigation. ProPublica reported that Thomas took several trips over the years paid by a Dallas-based real estate developer. What are the chances that Roberts will open an investigation again?
Well, this really has put the Chief Justice in a tough spot. He is someone who cares deeply about the institution of the Supreme Court and wants to see it continue to have legitimacy in the public's eyes. But at the same time, we've seen in years past, when we've seen this news cycle before about other ethics incidents, we've seen the Chief Justice question whether or not Congress actually has the ability to come in and provide some sort of legislative remedy to strengthen ethics rules at the High Court. So this really does put the Chief Justice in a bit of a tough spot. At this current moment, we know that the Senate Judiciary Democrats, as you were mentioning, have both called for the Chief Justice to investigate this recent ProPublica report himself within the court. But we also know at the same time that Democrats are planning to hold a hearing in the Senate. We don't have a date or know who's going to be a witness at that hearing yet. So it's kind of these two tracks at the same time. They want Chief Justice John Roberts to take an insular track and investigate at the court. But we've also heard from Democrats increasingly in recent months and years, they don't think that the court system and the Supreme Court is equipped to handle this. And we know that Democrats want to see more and potentially some action taken on Capitol Hill.
So Supreme Court justices are required to file annual financial disclosures under law. Thomas saying last week that he was advised that he didn't have to, but what is the law?
So the law since many of these trips has changed a little bit. So Clarence Thomas in his statement indicated that when these trips were going on, he asked his colleagues and others at the court whether or not he was required to disclose this. But he said he was advised that it fell under an exception in that federal law that is the one that requires these annual financial disclosures. In that law, there's an exception for what is called personal hospitality. Now, for many years, there's been a little bit of ambiguity as to what exactly that term means. Last month, the federal judiciary's policymaking body quietly adopted stricter rules that effectively clarified what that exception fell into. So now, as of present day, the law is for Supreme Court justices that they have to disclose gifts unless it is someone who has a personal relationship and when that gift is being given in a non-business context. So these, trips on jets and at hotels and commercial properties no longer apply. We heard from Clarence Thomas in his statement. He said with that new guidance, he will follow that in the future. But he says before that guidance was revised this past month, when all these trips have been taking place over the last 2 decades or so, he says that he thought that it fell under that exception. And so as a result, he didn't disclose those.
And we have about a minute. Last question here. The Judiciary Committee is set to hold a hearing to restore confidence in the Supreme Court. What do you think will happen there?
Well, as I said before, this is, just the latest cycle where we've seen Democrats piling on with their criticisms of the High Court as they look for an investigation. So the key question is really, is anything going to come of this? We've seen incidents, including with Clarence Thomas himself in the past, with the work of his wife and some controversies given her work after the 2020 election and some of her efforts and calls with lawmakers in states to overturn the results. We saw some ethical issues and some concerns being raised by Democrats at that time about how Thomas did not recuse himself from a case related to January 6th. So once again, now we're talking about gifts. It's another ethical sore spot for the court. So the real question is as Democrats try to hold this hearing, will they actually be able to do anything, or will we see this just be another news cycle, but eventually will it fade away, and will there be any actual changes in terms of the ethics rules or the law?
All right, Zach Schonfeld with our media partners at The Hill. Thank you so much for being here, for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.